Okay, so I wanted to give a quick example of how Google AI overviews are likely increasing brand searches and consequently making traditional attribution even more complicated, even more messy. So I recently shared this in a separate post, but basically, according to Search Engine Journal, only 1% of users click a link in AI summaries. So obviously that's part of Google's objective, the rise of zero-click search, give the user the answer without ever needing to leave Google's page, basically. So if we take an example here for something that has a bit more commercial intent, because often we hear, AI overviews, they really only affect top of funnel traffic. You're never going to get a conversion off that to begin with. But I think here's a good example of something that has higher intent and would be likely or more likely to lead to a conversion. So the search best HR accounting software. So if I'm the user and I'm searching for this, I'm quite likely in the market for HR accounting software. Now, maybe I'm at the beginning of that research phase, or maybe I'm very, very close. But either way, if I'm selling HR accounting software, this is definitely a more of a valuable keyword, unlike what is accounting software. So when we search this, we can see what pops up straight away is some top contenders include Rippling, Gusto, and Paycor. So when we look over the citations, Rippling is here, top 5 HR tools and software every business needs in 2025. So let's say I'm Rippling in this scenario. Based on the data that we just saw, where only 1% are actually going to click on this link, there's a high probability that I'm going to Google search one of these three companies here, or maybe all of them. So I'm looking down through here. I see Rippling mentioned here. I see them mentioned here again at the start of the AI overview. Come down, here they are again. And then in the blue links, here they are, the blog post. So from my point of view, they've done a very good job here. They've gone into the AI overview. And if I Google search them, then I go on their website, complete a conversion, and then we look back at that user journey. In that scenario, the brand search to the homepage is going to get the credit, even though this is their, I think it's a blog post, is the reason that they're being surfaced in the AI overview to begin with. So it I think this is a very good example of how attribution can get very messy, because let's say, and I know absolutely nothing about this company, but let's say they're doing a lot of other marketing activities that would increase their brand searches, then that's going to be more of a complicated conversation. So obviously it would depend on how they have their attribution set up, etc. But I think the point for this video really is that good SEO, as they've done here, is more likely to increase your brand searches, and therefore, any conversions that come from it. But we don't always see that in the analytics. So yeah, food for thought on that.